Yeah, that's how I
All
live.
that matters right now are dogs with hats.
I do.
Okay, it's a day later and she is really blossomed today. Remember the candles we made in our previous video? They're all solidified now. These are a hot mess, but I'm still able to use them. We got our eucalyptus, our misty moon, and then like one spring. And then summer, and I think there's some spring in here too. So I'm going to trim these wicks and label them. So all the candles and wax melts did great, except for my Misty Moon candles. You see those divots in there? Now that can be remedied by just hitting it with a heat gun for a little bit, and that way it melts the wax and kind of resets the top of them. If it doesn't, this happens if you are pouring too hot. And yesterday I was like, this should be fine, and just tried it anyway, and here we are. So I'm going to try to melt these down after I label my other candles that are good to go, because I waited for those to cool like normal, and I didn't have any divots in them at all. So these pits, I'm going to have to play with those a little bit. Usually you can remedy it with just the heat gun, but if not, I may just whip up a couple of a little bit more wax just for the Misty Moon, so I can fill in those spots. But I'm not going to trim the wick or anything just yet until I know everything is going to go according to plan. We'll see. Wish me luck. So I have all of my candles labeled here. So I just wanted to walk you through the labeling process in case some of you are wondering. So for example, let's do our summer candle. So for the labels, I get these printed on the set, like the side labels at a online store called Avery. Their labels are a little bit more affordable. I have used online labels in the past and they do work really well too. But I made this design in Canva, and then I also have like the little moon phase that the candle was created under. So yesterday it was like a waxing crescent and Virgo. So I put the little zodiac sign in the middle there, and then I'm trying to get this in focus. And then the corresponding is moon phase. That's what I'm trying to say. So then if you're deciding you want to sell your candles, we also do the top labels too, which we just print on our Munbin printer, which I really love. So I've made the design in Canva, and then I print them out, and it comes like this once it's all printed. And then I just print out a bunch ahead of time and put them on my candles. And it's the same thing when you do the warning label, because all candles need warning labels if you're going to resell them. I like to put them on there even if you're just doing it as a gift, just as like a reminder. Like, it never hurts to be too safe, right? So and I'll do it the same process. I'll use the same clear round, let's see if this will focus, sheesh, the same clear round sticker. And it doesn't have to be centered, especially if it's clear. I like using the clear because you can make room for mistakes. Like that circle, that black circle isn't in alignment with that other circle, and it doesn't have to be perfect. People will still love your candles. So that's what I do for these. And these guys are ready to be put like in our inventory, and then we can sell them at market and the other shops that the other pop-ups that we have going on for the rest of until October. Next up is wax melts. So I'm going to unmold these and put them into these jars with the corresponding fragrance. Next up is wax melts. So I'm going to unmold these and put them into these jars with the corresponding fragrance. I love this sound. It sounds like ASMR when I do this. Oh, it didn't do it, but it goes. As you can see, this is a very messy process when you do your wax melts like that, but the two of these trays have filled, well, two of these guys and like 2.5 of these jars. But with the jars, I like it because they can get a little bit more than what you typically get in a clamshell. I've never worked with those before, but I like this system. I like the shape. Something I did notice is, like, you see these wax melts, like, they're still gonna melt beautifully and smell good, but they feel really soft. So I think that has something to do with, still, like with the Misty Moon candles, it's really soft, and it's probably because I poured too hot. So lesson learned, and I'm gonna fill up the rest of this jar. So there you have it. I think I have about, this one could be full a little bit more, but at least 3 sellable jars. This one, I'm gonna have to wait. I had a lot of wax left over, so I'm gonna clean these out at some point because I wanna sell these first. And refill it with more of that wax. But this is how you make wax melts. I'm gonna put a little like twine bow around it, and then I put a label on top, and I print it with our Munbin printer like we do with the candles, and then I put the burn warning label here, because if you look at the bottom, this doesn't really stick. Like the label doesn't really stick. I like to make these guys look full, but what do you think? They look pretty full to me. I couldn't, besides this one. That one needs to be filled, so I'll fill it with the rest of this. Hey witches, what's up? It is morning. I redid everything for the candles. I made a bunch of labels, and then I realized I need to clean up this mess. I do have like a spring wax melt in here that I need to pop out and add to, yeah, their spring wax melts. Let's see how our candles turned out, because I hit them with the heat gun last night. Oh, we got a few little divots, but it's nothing to like worry too much about. I'm really happy with how those turned out. Holy moly. Cool. Excellent. Okay, so I was just rushing around. I was like, let me show you. Just kidding. This is my favorite dirty top. You know, we all have those t-shirts that it feels like the most comfortable, right? And I slept in it last night, and we just finished walking the dogs, so I'm like, let's get some stuff done. Anyway, yesterday I wrapped my Ocean Spell soaps. They smell so good. I set some aside for my mom, for my cousin Jess, for me and my husband, so we can test them out too. We have quite a few bars, and I just like hammered through all this stuff. And then I wrapped our freestanding wax melts. I call them freestanding, I call them heart wax melts. They don't have any color on them, which I'm kind of bummed about, but they smell amazing. So I did a little, this is the one, you can't really tell, okay, where it's like, okay, I had like half of the summer fragrance, and then I poured the rest of it as like a spring fragrance. 2 different waxes at 2 different times, and it came out the same color, so I'm really excited about that. But yeah, so I am going to label everything and probably work on this blanket. It's just been sitting in this Hobby Lobby sack for the past couple weeks. I printed out the directions. This is a crochet project that I am working on for my mom, and yeah, I've been kind of like putting it off a little bit. It's supposed to be for beginners, which whatever, that's fine. Make it super easy. It's just a big project. So I'm gonna go ahead and start printing off my labels. putting them on, print the candle labels, go from there. And we do have a farmer's market tomorrow, so I'll be doing footage of that. Vivi's gonna be with me, so I can kind of like do whatever I want. Not that I can't ever do what I want when my partner is there, but like, or my husband. But then I can just take footage of whatever. And it's kind of fun to see the farmer's market, right? So yeah. I just finished all the labeling for the farmer's market this week and for Hippy Dippy next week. And so now I'm going to relax until I have my horseback riding lessons, which is something else that I do. I'm a very busy woman that is interested in a lot of things, which is normal, right? So what I'm doing is my mom bought, if you saw a couple videos back, my mom bought like a bunch of chunky yarn like this to make a humbug blanket from Half Double Crochet. She found it on TikTok, this account, and then she was like, can you do something like this? And then I tracked it back all the way to the Etsy shop where you could buy the pattern. It was like $5, and the seller was super attentive to everything that I requested. So we bought the yarn a couple weeks ago. This crochet hook is insane. This pattern is perfect for beginners. You're basically just like half double crocheting the entire time. So I am on my first row, which it's like, what in the world? So I am working on that. I'm also learning a lot. And I feel like whenever you pick up a new project, if you come to a point where you're stuck, YouTube it, right? And then you'll learn something new. So then you have something in your toolbox to come back to if you ever run into it again. So I think we're gonna be fine with this. This is my first blanket, so whatever. It feels super soft. And I'm just gonna crack it open. So before we go hard on any project, we need a cup of coffee. I know it's summer, but fall is my favorite. Anyone else feel that way? Little girl. She always seems to know when I'm filming her. Alright, we're starting the morning off at the farmer's market. What a good thing to wake up to. It's a video. Oh. What's up, witches? It's another farmer's market today. I'm already sweaty. It's like 10:30, I think. The Pendleton Farmer's Market. Just got done using the restroom. Shout out to this little building so I don't have to run to the other side of the pond. So I just wanted to go on a little jaunt here and heading back to my booth. Good morning. So farmer's market went well. I didn't really do a lot of filming. It was so hot. There was a weather advisory for how hot it was. One of our candles started melting. I guess it was in the sun, but I put it on the side of the tent that's the most shaded, but I guess it just got like a little sliver of sunlight. And so I need to go downstairs and do damage control and see how much of it is melted, because I can imagine, because we discovered it as we were packing up. And so it was like, okay, we'll just lay it flat. Well, I don't think it got laid flat. I think it just got put back into the container and jostled around. So we'll see how it looks. We got an order on Saturday from our Etsy shop. Normally this time of year is pretty slow for us. I mean, it's our first year in the Etsy shop, having an Etsy shop. So it just seems like because of the weather and things have been warming up, people aren't really on their phones as often. I don't know. But we did get so I need to get shipping labels printed, get all that stuff prepared. I have the thank you card. We put stickers in there. And like, also Mitch, if you are watching this, thank you so much for your order. He got a love bracelet that was on the Etsy site, and then also the Black Veiled Woman altar statue, which is super cool. I was like, oh, it's our first, like, because our statues, I haven't showed you how I make those yet. I'm kind of taking a break from them because of all the other things that are going on. It's a little bit of a slower process because you're working with plaster of Paris, and that is like and a mold, like a silicone mold. I'll have to do a video where I'm making those. But we have hand statues, we have Venus of Mayo statue, and a Veiled Woman statue. They're all like Roman inspired statues, and that I have molds for. And I just mix up plaster of Paris, put them in the mold, let them cure, and then I pull them out of the mold. And sometimes they look amazing and don't need anything. Other times they look a little rough and I can't use them at all. So it's very hit or miss when it comes to stuff like that. But anyway, I'm really excited to sell one of those because it's like, those things are so difficult with the process, because you don't always like get the fruit of that labor from those in particularly. But yeah, Sunday was Father's Day. We went bowling. It was fun. I haven't bowled with my dad for a long time. He brought his bowling bag, just a quick little side story. And he pulled out this score sheet and he's like, this was the last time you and I bowled. But actually, I think it was the first time, because it was like a score sheet that was handwritten from 1989 and I would have been 5 years old. And so I was like, oh, this is so cool. I need to frame this. And so I have it in my purse. So I might do something where I'll frame it and hang it up in my house. But anyway, I am like completely wiped. It's Monday, I'm exhausted. I'm printing out the shipping label, and I'm just like, I have three different fragrances to make. So I have 7 candles, 6 candles, and I think another batch of 6 to make, which is a lot of running up and down the stairs. I'm not complaining. I'm just like, I feel like there's a mountain in front of me right now. After last week, it just seems like it's been like go ever since Friday. I had writing lessons, and then from there it's like, okay, ready, come home, it's late, let's pack up the van, and then we'll leave in the morning, get up in the morning, pack the rest of the van up with items that, can't be in there overnight. Go to the farmer's market, stay there, pack up, go home, and then the rest of the day on Saturday after the farmer's market, I am completely wiped, especially with as hot as it has been. It's going to be even hotter this week, and Andrew can't make it, my husband, and Vivi is not going to be able to make it either because she has to work. It's a off Saturday for her. So I'm going to have my mom come with me to the farmer's market. It will be fun and help out. But yeah, we have Hippy Dippy this week, which is on Thursday. I'm kind of curious to see how it goes because it's only like a couple hours long. It's like from 6 to 8:30. I'm going to be doing tarot card readings, and we also are selling plants, room sprays, candles, soap, the run-of-the-mill type of stuff. I say run-of-the-mill, but it's really like really hard work to make this stuff. So anyway, I have to prepare for all of that. And so I also just got a shipment in yesterday where we're going to be naming all of our plants, and it will be easier for inventory to track and to see which plants are selling the most, how many plants are selling. And then I also got in more bottles for room sprays. So, and I have to go pick up witch hazel too. Oh my God, this to-do list is insane. So let's get started. This week has been crazy, and it's only Wednesday. Just remembered I need to take out the compost. Poop. Anyway, so tomorrow is Hippy Dippy. I got everything labeled, all the candles, got all the room sprays made, labeled those. Vivi came over and she gave names to all of our plants. So something that we're doing tomorrow that we haven't done at a market before or anything is tarot card readings. I've been reading since since 2017 for myself, my friends, my family, clients here and there. So tomorrow we're gonna go big on it. And the thing is with Hippy Dippy, it's with the Beauty Boost, and every city has one of these, close to every city in the US. And it's just experiences that they'll have maybe like once or twice a quarter where women will get together, and it will be like a big expo with a bunch of like experience stations. There's food, there's usually camaraderie, that sort of thing. And every booth has its own experience. So our experience is going to be complimentary tarot readings, which is very exciting. She wants the person who's putting on the event is encouraging me to do like 1 card readings, and it's like a complimentary reading. And I don't know if I can do just 1 card readings, but I will show you the deck. I may do more than just 1 card, just to give people some clarity, because I feel like when you do 1 card readings, it's just like your run-of-the-mill sort of like overall sort of feeling. So you really don't get into the story or anyone's issue with just one card. It starts with 3 cards, and we do have those available on our Etsy shop, and I'm going to direct people. I'm going to recommend that they go do those and sign up for those. But this is the deck I'm using. It's a Modern Witch tarot deck. I have a ton of tarot decks, so I am kind of curious to see if like anyone would want to do a specific type of like a reading with a specific type of deck. I have too many. So I don't want to be like, you can have this one or this one or that one or whatever. But getting like the overall vibe of what people are wanting, I think is really important, because everyone is so different. And with the Modern Witch Tarot, what I love about it, and I know this is like sold everywhere. We sell tarot cards, but not in our Etsy shop. We sell them when we go to events like this, where it's a little bit more, I guess, welcome to have something like this. Something that I love about what I was saying about the Modern Witch Tarot is that it's so easy to read. It's perfect for like the beginner reader. I'll just pull out a couple of, let's see what kind of message we have. And I'm thinking about doing more readings on here, just like as an overall, let me set this down. Just as like an overall, like sort of vibe for everyone, like an overall reading. Okay, so this one, 3 of Wands. This to me, so this woman, she's overlooking the bay. She's looking at all the different ships, the different, sailboats in this reading. We have 3, we're working with the wands here, which signifies passion. She's looking out to see what's ahead of her. She's not prepared for battle. She's just like looking and seeing what all her opportunities are before she makes a move. Now, if that was your one reading, you're kind of like, what does that mean? And that might have resonated with some of you, and that might have been enough. But for me, I'm like, I'm a Scorpio, so I like to go in deep with people. So I'll be like, oh, let's draw another card so we can get some more clarity on that. Okay, 5 of Wands. This is a very combative card. So you have people, and who knows, they could be sparring, they could just be fighting. Everyone in this card looks like they have a pretty neutral face. Like there's no fierceness. It's just like, da 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 da. So it could just be a sparring match, and maybe it's like a decision that this person, in this example reading, needs to make in order, because we have a lot of passion here with the wands. So there might be multiple like roads that she could travel, or multiple options that she could do, she being the example. So let's pull another card just to get some more clarity. the High Priestess. And I love this because it's just like, I'm just checking my emails, no big deal. I am consulting the higher intelligence here. So what this says to me is like, don't commit to anything contractual. Don't settle for anything just yet. Keep on going, keep on choosing, keep doing these 2 cards here. So that's just an example reading just for 3. I feel like 3 cards, like that was super short and sweet. I feel like just having 3 card readings is enough for people to give them some kind of clarity around the issue at hand. And that could be anything. Why is this card turned upside down? But they're easy to read. And when I am doing these, if I'm doing these sorts of things where I am going to be doing readings for a large quantity of people, I'd rather do and then get something out of it. I'd rather do like 3 card readings as opposed to the 1. And yeah, I'm going to be like going through a lot of people, but the thing is like I want them to have a good quality reading with me as well, and also get clarity and peace around the situation at hand, because that's kind of why I seem to be attracted to the more like helping people on their journey sort of thing, and support. I might have shared on here before, but my other job is a boudoir photographer. And so I'm switching from boudoir to, I was only offering that, and now I'm doing equine and maternity. I also coach other photographers in helping them build their photography brand so they can do what I do. But something that I did with boudoir, I was boudoir specifically for about 4 to 5 years. And same common theme over and over and over again was that women don't feel comfortable in their own skin. People who identify as women, like we're always dealing with that, right? So in order for that, I want to help them on that journey. I want to show them what's possible for them and to help usher them along to do better things, because in my eyes, that's just like expanding everyone's viewpoint of the world. And I mean, I'm in Indiana, so we need expansion, girl. Okay. You know what I mean? So letting them, like empowering them. I know that word is beat up a lot, but it's true, to empower them to see beyond what they can even believe that they can do for themselves or that they can do for other people. And when people when you help them fill up that cup, think about all the other cool things that they move on to do. And you're inadvertently changing everything for people. Not everything, but you're inadvertently being an influence to help change their lives inadvertently. You're changing the lives within their family units, and then that bleeds out into their own community as well. So that's why I love the Witchy Lady. I love making things for the Witchy Lady. I love what I do for a living on all regards. There's a lot going on there, but I love including tarot card readings or even like pulling a card for a client for a photography session, because it helps them kind of like get at ease, get connected, and connect with their why as to why they're doing what they're doing. So tomorrow is going to be a busy day, which is expected. So I'm going to do my best to record as much as I can. I'm going to see if Vivi will take a couple clips. Maybe we'll just get a couple clips of the setup. I can include, if you're interested, no pressure, if you're interested in a full reading, which is like a 10 card spread, it's more in depth, I'm going to put the link to the Etsy shop below. And if you want a different type of tarot deck, like just kind of give me the mood that what you're going for, you can do that in like wherever you pay for the tarot reading, and then you can give me more information about what you want the reading to be about, or if there's like a specific deck that you're looking for, because chances are or the deck for your reading is what I mean. Chances are I have it. And you know what? I may just go ahead and do a little like, I'll just show you what I got. How about that? So these are the decks I dabble with the most. I love a horse, like keeping a horse oracle deck. I'm a horse person. So striking into the overall knowledge of equine is definitely something I like to do. If you do check out the Etsy shop, all we have is spirit animal tarot readings right now. But if you want another deck that maybe you've seen on here, just let me know in the description if you decide to go with that. I love Ethereal Visions. I feel like that's a really easy one and the imagery is really beautiful. I also love the Lioness Oracle Tarot. And this is an oracle deck, which is just Moonology, which is all about like different moon phases and beyond that. And then we have the tarot shelf, tarot and oracle shelf. So we got a lot going on here. So we have, I love using indie decks, like people that are having their own, they design their own deck. This one is from a woman in Alaska. It's called the Gentle Tarot. It's beautiful, stunning artwork by Mary in the Sky. We have the Rose Oracle Super Attractor by Gabby Bernstein. This is a deck I found while I was in the Pacific Northwest that really spoke to me. The Illuminated Earth Oracle. That's more of your oracle deck. This is Kim Kranz's, I think this was my first deck. The Wild Unknown, beautiful deck. All the imagery looks like pen work and watercolor. Oh, I have a Dreamscape Oracle, which is sort of like Ethereal Visions. Starseed, The Universe Has Your Back. That's more of an oracle. I have a smaller version of the Gentle Tarot so I could take it on trips with me. I love bringing tarot decks traveling with me. This is fun. It's very animal based. I love animal based tarot decks. This one is one that we offer. We're going to have tomorrow is the Anima Mundi. Hold on, let me just. Woo! Okay, hello. Sorry, didn't mean to drop you there. Anyway, it is the Anima Mundi tarot card deck. It's beautiful. Like I feel like the cover doesn't do very well. I'm trying to do everything with one hand. I feel so disrespectful for my cards right now. They're like, what in the world? We were sleeping. As you can see, they are gilded with gold on the side. Sorry, Pippa heard that and now she's throwing a fit. And they're on like this fine art paper with ridges on it. And I think the Page of Cups is really interesting to come up with. But this is like the, it's a very animal heavy deck. Anyway, I love that deck. Sorry, she was getting a little unreasonable. This is Tarot Cats. It's fun and quirky. This is your run-of-the-mill Rider-Waite deck. This one was a free deck I found at my local woo-woo shop. I just thought it looked vintage and cool. I have like a Jesus deck because I was curious to see what kind of readings I would get out of that. But they're all like stock footage of Jesus that they might have found on Google, and the quality is not that great. And it has like a bunch of like work from different types of artists on there. There's a spell deck, which is different. This is Everyday Tarot, which I really love. Spell decks are just like pull a card out of the day. This is the spell that you do. Crystal Oracle, that was a gift. I love Everyday Witch Oracle. I also have the tarot version of that, but I think I'm going to save that for another event. We have another Kim Kranz deck, the Good Tarot. That's also another good deck. I love horses and anything I can get my hands on, horse and unicorn, I will always get that. Mana cards are super cool for more Pacific Islander heritage with people. This is more of like an oracle deck. This is just the guidebook for that. I love Maya Toll's, like I have their Bestiary and Herbiary cards. I love this Everyday Witch Tarot. I haven't really connected with the Wildwood yet. I feel like it's very popular. And then I have my medicine cards too. And this is, let's see, we got some other ones. Oh yeah, I love the Shamanic Healing Oracle deck. I don't dabble in a whole lot of Oracle decks because I feel like they don't really, like they're light and airy. And they're for the people that want them, but I feel like they're kind of difficult to read because it doesn't really give you the full scope of everything. But Way of the Horse, this is one of my favorite oracle decks. This is something that you use in conjunction with like equine facilitated therapy. If I can just open it, I think. And the artwork is really beautiful. Whenever an artist can like source their own artwork, like do their own artwork, it's always a treat instead of going off of others. And then it has like a guidebook to go along with it. But it's by Linda Kohanov. I am just obsessed with all of her books and like the woo-woo-ness of horses, and it's just amazing. This is one of my favorite decks. It's not out right now because I'm working with another horse deck because I like to get to know decks a little bit more before I start reading more and more of them. And then this one was just, I think just a tarot deck that I got at an expo or something. Haven't used it yet. Thought it was super cool. There's a lot of fast forward and we're back, fast forward and we're back. So I'm editing this video and I realized I jumped from like, let's go make some room sprays to, by the way, let's break off into tarot. So it's just a lot of the same stuff that I showed you a couple videos ago on how to make room sprays. I was finishing candles. I've showed you that too. So yeah, I'm gonna show in this video with some footage of Hippy Dippy, which was amazing. I couldn't believe how much support we got. I did a lot of tarot card readings. I was busy the entire time, so I cannot wait for the next event in October called Hocus Pocus. But anyway, I'm gonna let this play out until well, I'm gonna let this play out through Hippy Dippy. We didn't get much footage because we were really busy the whole time, but this is how it went. So thank you so much for watching. If you like what you see, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, like, comment, share, and turn on your notifications so you don't miss anything from the Witchy Lady Shop. So I will see you in the next video. Bye.